was a wild offseason for the Miami Dolphins, especially after it came to light that Tom Brady and Sean Payton, who had both very unexpectedly retired from the Buccaneers and the Saints respectively, could end up going to Miami together. This coupled on top of Brian Flores being fired and then claiming it was because of racism and the NFL is so racist. The Miami Dolphins are just so racist. They wanted to pay me to tank games. Well, now a massive investigation was opened up in the Miami Dolphins and they have finally given out punishments. And although they did find that Tom Brady and Sean Payton were in talks with the Miami Dolphins, that there was tampering while these guys were under contract, they're saying that, you know, what Brian Flores has said, although it's commendable that he stood up when he thought something was wrong, there's nothing there. They didn't actually try to pay him to tank games. It has nothing to do with racism, and Brian Flores is still pissed about it. NFL strips Dolphins of draft picks for tampering with Brady, Payton, fines and suspends owner Ross. Miami Gardens, Florida. The NFL stripped the Miami Dolphins of 2 draft picks and fined and suspended the team owner, Stephen Ross, for violations of its integrity of the game policy, the league announced Tuesday. Commissioner Roger Goodell informed the Dolphins of their violations, which followed a 6-month independent investigation. The investigators found tampering violations of unprecedented scope and severity, Goodell said. I know of no prior instance of a team violating the prohibition on tampering with both a head coach and a star player to the detriment of multiple other clubs over a period of several years. And I know of no prior instance which ownership was so directly involved in the violations. They forfeit a first-round pick in 2023 and a third-rounder in 2024 as part of the discipline. Let's be very clear. You are not allowed to talk to a player while they're under contract or a coach while they're under contract like that. The Miami Dolphins did that. With that being said, I think it's something that does happen all the time in the NFL, but you can't get caught doing it. You just can't. You know that can't happen, but you also know that these guys are having backroom conversations all the time, especially maybe before you want to go out and try to trade for someone. You at least want to know if they have some interest or something. But this is what the Miami Dolphins were caught doing. This is what they're being punished for because by the letter of the law, you cannot do that, even if some people probably do get away with it. Ross is suspended through October 17th and fined $1.5 million. Bruce Beal, the vice chairman, was also suspended from league meetings and is fined $500,000. The investigation found the Dolphins had impermissible communications with Tom Brady while the star quarterback was under contract with New England Patriots and when he was under contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those discussions were conducted by Bruce Beal, the Dolphins vice chairman, who league said kept Ross and other Dolphins execs informed. The league said other contact occurred between the Dolphins, Brady, and his agent. Further discussions focused on Brady becoming a team owner and possibly serve as an executive also were opened up. They also say they had impermissible communications with Don Yee, the agent for former New Orleans Saints Sean Payton, the coach Sean Payton. And that contract was about having Mr. Payton serve as Miami's head coach. And although all of this was kind of sparked by Brian Flores' initial accusations, and all the mainstream media are running with NFL investigation into Brian Flores, they get punishment, the Dolphins get punishment from it. In reality, when you look at this and what they say about Brian Flores, didn't turn out very well for Flores, did it? The investigators also addressed allegations that the Dolphins intentionally lost games in 2019 and a claim that Ross offered former coach Brian Flores $100,000 for each loss that season. Investigators determined the Dolphins did not intentionally lose games and that neither Ross nor anyone else instructed Flores to do so. So let's get it straight. They say all this stuff happened with Tom Brady, they get punished. All this stuff happened with Sean Payton, they get punished. But when it comes to Brian Flores, they say, there's really nothing to your allegations here, buddy. Nothing to do with racism. Nothing to do with paying you to lose games. That's all a figment of your imagination. Brian Flores is not very happy about that because he's been playing victim for quite some time surrounding this. The punishment is inadequate and disheartening. Brian Flores fires back at NFL's ruling on Stephen Ross and the Miami Dolphins. So again, despite the best efforts of the mainstream media to link this punishment to mistreatment of Brian Flores, it's just not the case. This punishment is for talking to Tom Brady and Sean Payton while they were under contract to try to tamper with them and get them to Miami. Nothing to do with racism. Nothing to do with actually trying to pay Brian Flores to lose games. They came back, same investigation, and said, you know what? There's no validity to this. But congrats for speaking up when you thought something was wrong. Not enough for Brian Flores. But what do you guys think about this punishment? Pretty hefty punishment levied at the Miami Dolphins. $1.5 million fine, big time suspension, 2 draft picks. Pretty big deal. Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.